All right, guys. Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything. I'm coming back at you with another Star Citizen live stream. There we are. Yeah, I'm booting up the game right this minute. Give me a second for it to come up. I've got a couple of good things planned on this stream today. So part of the testing focus that we have right now on the PTU is the ship sales on Levski. Right. So I don't think that means that I'm going to have enough cash to buy a ship, but we can go look at them. We can go take a look. And we'll see what happens. Oh, I've got to make a new guy. Okay, yeah. It usually means there was some kind of wipe. We're going to stick with this one. If my VoIP, they said there was a hotkey to that. Was it this? No, I don't think it was this. Or this, maybe? I don't know. Because you can actually activate your VoIP, the face over IP, in the character customization, so you can kind of see how your eyes and hair and all that would look. I thought about this Caesar look, but actually there's a new one, or one that I hadn't seen before, and that's the straight Caesar. That is more my style. That was more my style when I used to have hair. And I'm going to scroll it down. Look at that. Light red. No, I don't know. It says dark blonde. When I used to live in Hawaii, my hair looked like that, if you can believe that. It really did look like that. But my hair was never, once I left Hawaii, it went back to its natural color. I think that was bleach blonde from the sun. I think my hair was a little bit more like that. And I like making guys that I can relate to. I'm not going to make any wild, like, red eyes or anything like that. I'm going to, in the actual game, I am going to try to make a character that looks a little bit like me. That way, my friends, when they see me in the game, they will see me. And then they will know that it's me. And if they don't know me or whatever, they see this guy that looks like me, they might say, hey, are you Mr. Everything or whatever. Depending on if we have names over our heads, which I don't think we're going to do. And I didn't change the skin tone because I'm not that white. I am white, but I'm not that white. Okay, hold on. I am kind of pale. That's too dark. And the skin tone, if you notice, it does more than just the skin tone, I've noticed. It changes like his facial hair. Like, notice this guy's upper lip. He's got, it looks like maybe a mustache. But if I pick on this guy, nothing. Wait, where's the... Notice the shape of the eyebrows. Now remember, I'm not taking a different facial feature. I'm taking different skin tone. But when I pick a different face, the eyebrows, look at that. I'm looking at all the things. Bushy eyebrows, not so bushy. No eyebrows. Upper lip. Yeah, I think I'm... What's the difference between these two? You see, it's the eyebrow. That looks good. Let's accept. Let's save this bad boy. All right, so we're going to go to the Stanton system. USA looks good. Visit the location. We'll see. I played a little bit earlier, like last night, actually. There was a patch since then. I got like 6 files uploaded. But I was having issues. I went to the ship lot. It was empty. And I went to Levski. I went to the elevator, and the elevator was missing. And Yeah, so I was having all kinds of problems, but it looks like they might have got that fixed, so we'll see. And and look at Pepe. Okay, he probably doesn't hear this, but yeah, he's gone. Been gone. He's going to be gone for about 10 minutes. Okay, he's probably back by now because I've been ranting. So guys, what I'm planning on doing from going forward from now till uh, a while. I don't know how long. Forever. I plan to at least every Friday night at midnight, which I guess would be Saturday morning at midnight. I'm planning on starting a stream. Okay, so every Friday night at midnight. I guess it's Saturday morning at midnight. Either way, however you want to look at it, at midnight, between Friday and Saturday, I'm going to start a stream. Even if it's only just going to be for an hour. Sometimes it'll be more, sometimes it'll be less. But I'm going to try to shoot for an hour every Friday night. And that's Central Time, midnight Central Time. So I guess that would be 1 a.m. Eastern Time. It might be 10 o'clock Pacific Time, depending on where you're at, or who knows what time it is in Australia, right? Yeah. And a little news. I got a little news about my stream, and my personal life, I guess, if you want to call it that. I mean, it's still Star Citizen, but you notice if you look all the way over on the far side of this screen, it's just a blue box, right? I've recently put the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron into a suspended state. I took our organization and I kind of turned it off because and I told the guys in a video. You guys can't see that because it's a private video, but I told them that there's not really a lot going on right now in Star Citizen, so a lot of people are disheartened, I guess you could say. They are. Let me fix my camera. I feel like my camera's jacked. Okay, hold on. Web camera. Babamo. What's up? Okay, so hold on. Is it this button? It is this button. Ooh. Ooh. That looks good. Now, that's probably that. I wonder if this is the same command. It is. There it is. Lock that up. There we go, guys. So, long story short, so the 1st Naval Aerospace Squadron, we're first. We're still taking members, but we're not actively recruiting right now. We're not actively participating in Star Citizen right now. I told the group I wanted to give it about a month, maybe 2, maybe the end of the year, before I turn the squadron services back on. Yeah, it was because I think I'm the most passionate person in the squadron. I mean, I'm super excited about Star Citizen. I play all the PTUs. I play live. I don't play every day. Who does? Nobody does that. But I do play 2 or 3 times a week. And when I play, I want other people to be playing and logging in and playing with me. I don't want to be playing solo all the time. I've been playing solo for the last, 6 months. And every time I went on the Discord to ask somebody to join me, they wouldn't. Not because they don't like me or anything, but because they were getting ready to log off, or they were only on Discord because they were playing some other game like Rust or Scum or whatever they were playing, and they weren't playing Star Citizen, right? And so it came to like after a year of me playing solo, it came to me like in a vision. It was like, why do we even have this organization? You know, nobody, no, I didn't see anybody team up with anybody else in any game. It was all bunch of solo players, right? And so I came up with this, and I'll probably do a video about this publicly, how the First Naval Aerospace Squadron is going to change. What are we doing? I'm staring at my background. Okay, there we go. Now it'll probably finish loading. If not, I'll reload it. What do you call it? If I decide to reopen the First Naval Aerospace Squadron, which is still up in the air, I'm gonna make everybody reapply, and I'm gonna just kick everybody. I mean, not maliciously. I'm just to help me manage it. I'm just gonna remove everybody from the squadron, and then if they and I'll put a note out, you know, that, and this is another thing. People weren't getting messages, and it wasn't because yeah, it's taking a while to load. Yeah, it's been taking longer lately. But this is way longer than it normally takes. So, but I'm going to give it a little bit of time to go through, because I notice my FPS keeps fluctuating a little bit, and it usually fluctuates a lot more than that when it's actually loading the game. Because right now it's pretty much locked at 60 or 61 FPS, and the loading screen normally doesn't stay at 60. It sometimes drops to 20 or even sometimes 1, and I don't see that happening right now. But my story. Okay, let's see if I can fix it. Wait. Let's not do this. It just dropped to 29. Oh, that was probably because I did that. Try this again. Hello. There it is. Yeah, so the squadron wasn't teaming, and I felt like, oh, so we're going to reopen, possibly. If we do reopen, I'm going to have to make sure that the people that I accept into the squadron, there you go, the people that I accept into the squadron are not lurkers, basically. They're people that I'm going to have to play with them 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 times. I'll have to come up with a number in my head, but I'm going to have to actually physically team with them before I accept them into the organization. In the past, I had pretty much accepted everyone, and I only okay, good. The FPS is fluctuating. I would only kick them if I didn't get along with them, right? So we would have people in the organization maybe that would squeak by that I never teamed with, or no one has ever teamed with. They're just using our Discord for their own personal use or whatever, and you know, you think that's okay because you just want numbers to make your squadron look better, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I don't want numbers. I want quality. I want quality players. Not that you guys weren't quality players. It's just that I never had a chance to experience that, so I don't know if you're a quality player or not. And that's kind of a negative, and I want to get away from that. So let's get back into Star Citizen here. Okay, this is a bug I've noticed happen to me. a couple of times, I would get up 3 times. That was 2. Let's go with 3. See if this works. I'm up. Let's see if I go back to bed once I step outside. I live. Ooh, well, that popped in a little late, didn't it? And do I have my armor? No. I'm reset. Okay, let's see if I have enough to buy a ship. What the heck, man? Holy, what the hell? Okay, so I'm going to go test ship buying. Okay, let's go do that. I got $5 bajillion. Okay, now, unusually, I am cruising at... Oh, wait. Oh, I see something here. Hold on. There we go. Let's get rid of those. Get rid of those. And we're back. Okay. So I was noticing my FPS was dropped considerably. I'm cruising around 25 FPS. And normally when I'm running around in here, I'm getting 60 frames. So something is keeping me from getting great frames today. Could be that I'm streaming at 60 frames, and when you stream at 60 frames, it takes up a little bit of your bandwidth, but I don't think that's the problem. We got the Mustang Citizen Con edition in our inventory. Let's go ahead and use it. Wait, can I retrieve it? I can. Okay. Dude.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Nice. I have a ship being delivered to the following landing pad. I'm not buying armor. I'm not buying guns or anything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... Did that just say 08? Unable to access it, but it's still at 08? Okay. So I think it was that dude that walked up and tried clicking on my stuff while I was... Yeah, it's on D08. Am I blind? I don't see my waypoint. Do you see a waypoint up there? I don't see a waypoint. That guy just disappeared. I want to go to D08, but I bet you it's not there. They fixed the lighting. They fixed the lighting in the airlocks. Yeah, you can see what's going on. Got some air blowing out. You would think that going to vacuum, air would be sucking out. Hello. Thank you. We're going to D08 just to see if there is a ship there. Without an iconology. No, without an icon on it. That's 7. There it is. There it is. Look at that. That's a pretty ship. I like it. As a starter ship, that's awesome. To me, that's much better than the Aurora and when it comes to looks. Right? In my opinion. Okay, the part of the discussion that I wanted to have tonight on the stream was... there we go. Was the cost level of these ships, right? I hear all these whiners and complainers on their live streams, and I won't say their names, but there are a few live streamers out there that are parroting what they're hearing on Twitter or Reddit or wherever, right? and they're hearing that, oh, it's going to take me 1,000,000 years to get a ship. Oh, boo-hoo. Right, okay. And I just hit power and nothing happened. Did the cockpit just close? Okay, it's powering on. It's just taking... There's a little bit of delay or something. I got 25 FPS, but still. Okay. And when I look at the ships, and this is coming from a background of running sci-fi role-playing games. I used to run Space Master, never heard of it. I used to run Star Wars, probably never heard of it. I ran Traveler, which is what this game is based on. Okay? I mean, it is. It's based on Traveler. So, what was the other space games that I ran? The not Starfinder. Haven't played that. Not ever planning on playing that because that's a Pathfinder-based game, and I'm not into that. But oh yeah, I played. Doesn't really count, but I played Robotech, the role-playing game. That's kind of spacey, almost. You know, it's UN spacey. But no, I played some space games, and I look at those games as a basis. And specifically Traveler, and why Traveler? Well, first of all, Chris Roberts is a Traveler player, and he has taken a lot of inspiration from the Traveler universe and the Traveler game mechanics, which I appreciate because I'm a huge Traveler fan. Okay, and that's one reason why I'm backing Star Citizen is because of the Traveler games. Peppy, you played Traveler too? Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, exactly. I just told my D&D RPG group that we're going to be playing some Traveler pretty soon. I basically got a group of guys and introduced them into role playing using D&D 5th edition, and now I'm going to actually give them a real role playing game to play, and that's Traveler. Okay, let's get into the navigation here. Okay, so you notice how it's taking a second. My Moby glass is in the bottom left-hand corner. See that little piece there? That's my Moby glass. It's not. I can't see what I'm doing unless I hit 2, and I didn't hit 2. So let's hit 1. There. What? It was there for a second. No, here. Let's place pushing what? There. Hands off. There's 1. Okay. So let's use the map here. That might fix what I'm looking for. There we go. So 2 didn't like it. There, the hotkey F2 used to just bring up the map. I'm scrolling. Yeah, look, check that out. You get the whole solar system. You even have Microtech, which I've been to Microtech. It's just a waypoint in the air. And I heard you could go to Hurston and actually land on the placeholder planet. But that's not what we're doing. We are going to Levski to visit the new ship dealership. All right, guys, let's do this. I'm all locked in. So let's get back to what you doolies. And then... But here, I'll get to the ship buying / traveler thing here in just a minute. There we go. Now we're spooling. And we're calibrating. Spooling's complete. And boop. And what's up? What? What happened? There's a warning. Warning. Why is there? Let's break this connection. There we go. Okay, let's spool. Let's try this again. Waiting spool. I just did it. There we go. Let's hands off. Yeah. Somebody's shooting me. What the grief? It's a waiting spool. Let's not do that. Let's. Okay, there. I've got my spoolie turned on. Okay, there. Before I started calibrating. Yeah. There's a problem. I can't even quantum anywhere. And it goes red. Like there's a problem or something. So I'm going to come at it from a different angle. Yeah, I should be like right here in Olisar. So, there we go. Let's go a little bit closer. If this doesn't work, we'll quantum to Hurston and see if I can't land on that planet. You know, get out and walk around on the rocks because it's not finished. Waiting spool. Boop. Spool this bad boy. There we go. There's probably some kind of asteroid or something in the way. But we'll see. And no. Calibration's ready. Yeah, what's the warning? I don't get it. Somebody's blocking the route is what's happening. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up our mobiglass, or maybe we won't. I don't know what we're going to do. Dude, come on. Okay, can I navigate on this screen here? On my military ship, I've got navigation right here. No, not gonna do that. Okay. Running into some problems, guys. Sorry. Let's clear the route and let's quantum somewhere else, and then we'll go to there. Let's see if I can get over to this place. Comma ray. Yellow. Let's go to yellow. Come on, yeller. Let's do it. Okay, I can quantum travel to yellow. Yeah. Yeah, Pete. Or Peppy. Sorry if I called you Pete. Didn't mean to do that. I got the private and the Peppy mixed up and called you Pete. Yeah, I agree. I like the combat system a lot better. And I'm going to be playing the Mongoose 2nd Edition is what we're going to be playing. Mongoose 2nd Edition seemed like it was a very streamlined version of Traveler, so I was going to, hopefully I was going to be happy with it. I've played all the editions of Traveler, except for T5. I read that edition and really wasn't pleased with it. Alright, let's see if we can go there from here without running into an asteroid or whatever it is. Okay. I don't mind that planet being in the way, so we'll just cruise out here until that turns green. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to find. That's why, it's tough to find good role player friends. Once you do, man, you got to lock onto them. But let's get back to the ship prices, right, in the game. Because in Traveler, I'm using this as a basis. In Traveler, the smallest starship, now I'm talking starship, something that's going to be able to travel. And I understand they added quantum for gameplay reasons in Star Citizen, and they put wormholes for game engineering reasons, because in that way they can separate the systems into files, right? I get that. In Traveler, there's no wormholes. What you do is you fly through jump space, but that jump space, it was green there for a second, wasn't it? Is it going to let me do it? Is it going to let me do it? I'll try, see what it says. Might take me around the planet and go. That would be cool if it did that. No. But I thought I saw it was green. That's why I turned to face it. The smallest starship. Now we're going to say a 100-ton starship. That's a ship that can actually enter jump space. So in this game, we're going to call that a ship that can enter a jump point or has a jump drive, right? Which the smallest ship in. But I'm gonna kind of try to get apples and oranges together, right? Because the smallest ship in Traveler that can get into a jump that has a jump drive is 100 tons, which allows for walking around inside the ship, a stateroom, a bridge, multiple chairs, things like that. So I'm going to call up the scout ship, right? That's what I'm thinking of. That's one that goes through my mind. Okay, so then I look at what ship is about that size and has that kind of capability in Star Citizen, right? So we're looking for a ship that can run, like one crew member is what you need, but you could have, like maybe 4 crew members, and it doesn't have a big cargo hold, but it does have a little one. And so I'm thinking the Cutlass, right? Or the Beta. The Beta has a bedroom in the back, right? But I'm thinking, but the Beta kind of reminds me as a fat fighter, right? It's a fighter. It's like what I'm in, right? It's not really, it doesn't have room for 4 people, right? Where the Cutlass, doesn't have rooms for staterooms, but it does have a bunk bed. And it does have a turret as well as 2 seats in the front for the pilot and co-pilot. So hypothetically, just the Cutlass, right? All right. So the ships in Traveler, that ship alone, the Scout, is 27 million credits, right? Okay. 27 million credits seems like a lot of money, right? It really does. But when you're making on a mission, because there are adventures that you would actually play through, and a lot of times there's missions that people will come up to you and they will say, hey, can you save my daughter? Or can you go, take this puppy off the roof? Or whatever the mission is, pays more than 4,000 credits. The CitizenCon mission paid 4,000 credits, which you say that's not a whole lot of money when you're basing. If I take the 27 million from Traveler and I take the 4,000 credits from Star Citizen, it doesn't jive, right? There's no way it would work. But in Traveler, that same mission would probably pay in the neighborhood of 50,000. Okay? Yeah, like a small camper, exactly. So it would pay about 50,000. So how much more than 4,000 is 50,000, right? So you're looking at it, we're just going to round it off and just say it's 10 times as much, right? Because that'd be 40,000, right? So that's okay. So 10 times. Oh, good. I feels at 100%. So let's do this thing. I know I'm blacking out. There we go. Spooling is already complete, so it's basically why is there a warning? Oh, because I was drifting. I'm drifting. Yeah, I know. There we go. I'm going. I'm on my way. Okay, sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna take a Cutlass and a scout ship, and I'm gonna divide the scout ship's cost by 10, right? Drop a decimal, basically. So then that 4,000 credit mission would equate to Traveler's 40,000, and the Cutlass's cost would equate to Traveler's 40,000. So it needs to cost 2.7 million, right? If it costs anything less than that, that's easy. That's easy peasy. That's great. If it costs more than that, then that's, maybe it's a little bit too much, because I'm just using that scout ship as a basis. So when I see a ship cost 2-3 million credits, a small ship, a smallish to medium-sized ship, when I see that costs 2 to 3 million credits, I'm totally okay with that, because that's to me that's 20 or 30 million in 20 or 30 million in Traveler. Okay, I'm bringing up the spooling because I want to do I have to clear my route? I mean, I don't it's still set as my waypoint. It's not gonna let me jump to that. Yeah, so let's fix that. Come on. Can I work my mobiGlas from over here? Oh, I can. Really? No. Come on, get up in my face. Not over there. Yeah, this is a bug I'm gonna have to report. Okay, so when I close it, it comes to my front like it's gonna tease me, and then it goes away. Yeah, see, when I'm closing it, it teases me. Okay, screw you. I can't even push F2 because there's no way for me to get to my space map. I think that's not even this button. Which is it, that one? No. Is it that? I don't know. No. Okay, I'm gonna double tap it, see what happens. It opens and closes. I got reasonable FPS. I should have it like sitting right in my face. Can't get out of my seat. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just got out of my seat. Is my ship still traveling? I hope not. get back inside this thing. I'm using forward thrust. No! What just happened? This is not going to be good. Mustang, million jillion miles away. Okay, here we go. We're going to see if we can. Hey, I'm gaining on it. That's always a good thing. That means it's probably not moving. Hey, I've got 30 FPS. Well, way up. No, but so yeah, so when I see all these streamers complain that these ships are 100,000 credits, I just want to slap them in their face, like, idiot, shut up, you know, 2 million credits, idiot. You're looking at a constellation for 2 million. I'm like, get over it. That's way reasonable in my opinion, you know. So that, and plus you don't. Okay. There's a car down at the car lot. A car. I want to go buy it. So I'm going to take, like, I'm going to work for a month and get it? No. I mean, you'd have to be getting paid a lot of money. Normal people, I consider myself normal, have to work for years to get a car. Years. Day in and day out. Or here's the catch. You get a loan. You go to a bank, or you get a loan through the car dealership. Then you pay it off over 5 years, or whatever. That's the way a Starship should be. I should have to get a loan and pay it off. It should be out of your budget. It should be out of your ability to purchase it. Or you struck it rich, you know, or you have a group and you buy a big ship with your group fund. So when they say, you know, oh my God, this ship is 500,000, I just like say, shut up. You just don't know. I mean, and now Chris wants people to be able to buy ships. He wants them to buy them in game. He didn't say that it wouldn't be expensive. He just said they're going to be available in the game. He did say at one point, now this is at one point, and I don't know how long ago this was, and I don't know if this still stands and all that stuff, but he did say he wanted the Constellation to be purchasable after a month, 1 month, of playing 1 or 2 hours a day. So basically, after 60 hours of game time, you could buy a Constellation. And I'm thinking, that's reasonable. I'm not buying an Idris. Do I have to do this? Do I have to click on the ladder? Oh, maybe I do. Enter pilot, open ladder, open pilot canopy. Let's open the pilot canopy. Let me in. Or kick me out, one or the other. Maybe I need to open the ladder. I don't like the way that ship's vibrating when it's just idling, you know. Open ladder. Sure, why not? Let's open the ladder. Can I enter pilot seat, please? Oh, wait, let me do it just for a second. I wasn't quick enough. Wait, what did that say? Enter from 0G. Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't click it. Okay. So now, after all of that, why am I spooling? I want to press F1. Bring up my mobiGlas. No. I meant to do it while I was outside the ship, actually, but I was too engrossed in getting back into the ship. Okay, screw this. I'm going to find Levski without my mobiGlas. So, there we go. There's some waypoints. I saw them pop up. They're gone. Yep, there they are. And is that it? No. Is that it? No. Just some cool place to go. What's that? Nope. I'm going to touch them all. I really kind of thought that was it. What? Oh, that's an asteroid field. That's an OM. That's an orbital marker as well. I thought it was this one right here. Ah, maybe it's that one. Either way, I'm jumping to it. Or not. Now, I did touch them all, did I not? Did I miss one? We're going to go to that one. Nope. It's not letting me jump for some reason. What's this? There it is. Gun it. I found it. Yeah, so that was my point. That's what I wanted to do. What do you guys think? I mean, do you think that the prices of, when we get to the ships, it'll be easier to talk about it because we'll have numbers that we're looking at right in our face. But do you think I'm off base here? Do you think that it should be easier to earn a ship? Do you think it should be harder to earn a ship? I think it should be harder, personally. I think what Chris has put, what I've seen, and I know it's not balanced yet, but I think it's too easy to get a ship. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not, something that costs 1 million credits, I'm okay with that. Oh, we got a ways to go, dang. Well, let's sightsee. Nice looking little ship. Citizen Con Mustang Edition. Yeah, I agree. I think, like, when the people start talking about carriers, right, or destroyers, that's, to me, that's like, one person shouldn't be able to buy it. He just should not be physically able to buy it. There should probably be a requirement for you to be in a group, and it has to come out of a group fund, like a guild bank or something. I understand the backing and the actual dollar values and stuff like that to raise money for the game, and I get that. Is that Levski? Yep. So, yeah, so I understand that, but imagine if I was a billionaire, right? And I went out to, I don't know, Lockheed or something and said, hey, I'd like to buy a F-16. No. Hey, I want to sit over there and buy one of those, Aegis class missile destroyers. They're not gonna sell me one of them suckers. There's no way that I could just go buy a military vessel like that. Now, could I buy like a big ship? Sure. Could I mount guns on it? Sure. But I'm not going to buy a military vessel. There's no way they would sell that to me. For no matter how much money I had, I could own the war. I could be Microsoft and they're not going to sell me a destroyer. You know? That's not going to happen. But I understand in space it's dangerous. It's dangerous because you're selling destroyers to players. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're getting pretty close, believe it or not. It's just right over the horizon here. This is not a planet. This is only an asteroid. It's a giant asteroid. So we're almost, I mean, we were almost there when we got here. It's only 24 kilometers. Yeah, so, yeah, I think it should be more as well. I think it should be higher priced. And like you said, a group, like if you got a guild, you know, of 1,000 members, you know, they could each pitch in like 100,000 credits, which they'll make in probably 2 or 3 days. And then, boom, they get a carrier. No, it's got to be more than that. How am I going to call them? Okay, I'm going to have to use my dashboard because I'm not going to be able to use my Immobilas, apparently. Drifting. Oh, no, I'm not drifting. I'm just not lined up perfectly behind my shipola. Let's give me a little bit of a downward look like that. There we go. Get your nose down. There's another ship over there. Wonder what that is. Looks like a wreck. Let's try not to hit one of these like rock spires. That would be bad. Bad for my health. Whee. Okay. There's an incoming ship. It's like an Aurora. It's Sir Gluck. Whoever Sir Gluck is. I could just land out here somewhere and then walk. I'm not doing that. But I am going to buy a ship just to see if the ship buying thing works, because that's what they're asking us to do, is to test the ship buying stuff. Well, what do you mean by clean up? I mean, there's no winning, Star Citizen. There's no victory conditions. Yeah, there's no... When you say they'll clean up, yeah, they'll go out and they will get a lot of credits. And they'll if they become pirates, they might make it hard for other players to go through their area. But I don't think the game is going to be like Eve. I don't think it's going to be lawless. There will be areas of space that are lawless that you can go to and you can rule with your little pirate clan or whatever. But if it's UEE space, I don't think no matter how many players you could have all the players. I think the UEE military will still win. So I don't think there's going to be any of that. Not in controlled space. Yes, there will be some isolated incidents of people getting ganked or whatever, but people are going to be getting criminal ratings. They're going to be getting wanted levels, and not only will players be hunting you down and killing you, but the UEE will be doing that as well. And if you engage in a ton of military or, oh, there goes a hammerhead. If you engage in a ton of fighting, like that's your only reason for existing, right? Then you will die a number of times. I mean, it'll just be inevitable because that's what combat is. It's like a give and take. You'll die, they'll die, you'll win like 100 times, but you'll lose one time. And when you lose enough times, you've lost the game. You're going to have to make a new character. They have permadeath. They do that on purpose so that you will enter combat intelligently, or what's the word? You'll use restraint because you don't want to die. You know, nobody wants to die. So in real life, you'll run from combat, or you.
On behalf of the People's Alliance, welcome to Levski. Name's Eslin. I run the hangars here, which is great for you because you're probably looking to land.
Hey, Aslan, man, what's up? Okay, so, yeah, I'm probably looking to land. So, let's do one of these numbers. Stop. And then let's see if I can't use my menu here. Where you is? Oh, your first one. Levski landing control. Cipher Prime. It must be a dude. Open comm channel. No. So one of these things should be opening up. Word. So where's my landing point? Can I please have a spot to land? Okay, let's try this one more time. You see any of them opening up? No. Come on, air traffic control, man. Where's my landing gear? Where's my landing pad? Dude, you're not gonna make me land on the dirt, are you? Guess what? I'm gonna go land on the dirt. I'm gonna go land right there. You know, because they're asking everybody to do the shopping testing, that's probably why all their landing positions are packed. And if I land and they say I get a criminal rating, I'll be like, what? That's what I'll be like. I'll be like, what? Oh, wait. He's radioing me. Can't hear him. He radioed me. He said, oh, no, not this spot. There it is. I have a spot to land. Yay. Yay, I know. I can see clearly now. Okay. Come on. No.
Landing gear engaged. Automated landing engaged.
There it is. while we're on the stream, there was just a couple of things I wanted to show you that I noticed the last time I was here. First of all, there's AI walking around. But there was this one little cargo... Whoa, lighting. Okay. There was this one little cargo sled. Apparently it wasn't in this hangar. It was a gravity cargo sled that you moved around with your hand, like a hand truck, but it was a big sled for carrying boxes. I don't see one. It's in another hangar, obviously. See a forklift. Can you get in it? Nope. Drive a forklift around. Who are... Wait. You're twins. And there's an actual hand truck. Okay. Level 1. I didn't see what hangar I was in. I don't even think they're numbered. I mean, they are upstairs, but are they numbered down here? Nope. Peace wins every time. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see if we're not... Let's see if we're able to buy a ship. Okay, I'm heading to customs, because that's where the shop's at. Teaches. Oh, it's right there. Teaches ship shop. Chop shop. And again, no ships in the shop. There are 0 ships here. Dang it. Deals, deals, deals. Buy now. Deals. And then there's like a little Stargate thing going on. And sale. And deals. And this is where the ships would be. Buy now. And on one person's stream, I actually saw them walk up to the ships. And they were here. But I don't see any ships here. I don't see a buying kiosk that I can go to and click on. There might be one, so I'm going to look. This is the dealership. Huh. Oh, and there's a little... Okay, that's a wheeled truck. That's pretty cool. It's got the little handle thing right there, and you click on, you know. I wonder if it's like a forklifty kind of thing. Nah. Whoop, wrong button. Okay. Whoop. Lighting's kind of screwy here. Yeah, one of their testing focuses, is that just a trash bag? What is that? No. The testing focus was on buying ships, and there's no ships to buy, so something's up. Sounds like bullshit to me. That's some bullshit. Okay, so where is... And there are no, some serious lighting issues going on. That could just be a Levski thing, I don't know, because it was happening in the other hangar as well. See, now this looks like they've got some displays or racks they're going to be putting up right here. That's what those are. Oh, there's an open. So there might be a dealer over here. That's the Argo interior, isn't it? Missing its seats. Yeah, there's no AI standing here saying like, hey, come over here and buy stuff. Okay. You would think if they were going to have like a kiosk, it'd be sitting like right here, or maybe another one over here, or maybe one hanging on this pole right here. Yeah, but I don't see any kiosking options. Or they would have them lined up around here so you could have these kiosks while you're looking out over the sales floor. All right. No purchasing for me. Man, he's packing. Dude. All right. Well, that was about it. Can't buy a ship, sucker. So what I'm going to have to do is log out. So I appreciate you coming out and watching this live stream. We had a little chat about the cost of ships, and I do plan on streaming at least every Friday, Saturday night at midnight. So please come by again. Now I'm going to stream at other times, usually late, like around midnight, but on other days. And we can talk about organizations, restarting the 1NES. We can start talking about, you know, like we can theory craft. We can do whatever you guys want to do. Just let me know in the comments if you want me to have a specific focused stream. Like next week, we can talk about who knows what. We could talk about minimum viable product. You know, we can talk about time to kill. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. So just we can talk about the way the armors look, or the way the rock looks. You know, whatever you want to talk about, or the oil stains. Is it oil stains? Or just, you know, you're walking around, they're just like missiles just hanging out in the hallway, you know. But yeah, so other times I'll be on, and I'll probably just be doing things. But every Friday, Saturday, I want to have an interaction with my audience. I want you guys to... that guy just came out of nowhere. So did he. So to tell me or to talk to me, and we'll discuss whatever topic you guys want to talk about. All right, guys. So let me know ahead of time, and I'll schedule that for next week. And I'll see you in the verse.